Hi everybody, welcome to Jin's Wall Street News. According to the US Department of Labor, the number of Americans claiming unemployment benefits jumped from 225,000 to 258,000 in the week ending October 5th. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported Thursday that the Consumer Price Index increased 0.2% in September, slightly higher than expectations of a 0.1% gain. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York President John Williams said Thursday, quote, "Looking ahead, based on my current forecast for the economy, I expect that it will be appropriate to continue the process of moving the stance of monetary policy to a more neutral setting over time." U.S. government sold 30-year bonds at 4.389%, 1.5 basis points lower than the yield at the bidding deadline. 10-year Treasury yield is hovering around 4.06%. U.S. stocks fell Thursday. S&P 500 lost 0.21% and the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 0.14%. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, the number of Americans claiming unemployment benefits jumped from 225,000 to 258,000 in the week ending October 5th. The number of Americans receiving benefits after an initial week of aid also surged from 1,819,000 to 1,861,000 in the week ending September 28th. The initial jobless claims had previously peaked at 250,000 in the week ending July 27th, and then decreased to 219,000 in the week ending September 21st. But it suddenly jumped to 258,000 last week, the highest level since August 5th, 2023. One of the reasons that the number of the claims surge is Hurricane Helene, because North Carolina and Florida reported large increases, 8,534 and 3,842 respectively. However, we can see substantial increases in Michigan, California, and Ohio, led by other issues such as layoffs in the manufacturing and management sectors. So we have to watch upcoming data very carefully to check whether the labor market is still solid or weakening. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the Consumer Price Index increased 0.2% in September from the previous month and 2.4% over the last 12 months, slightly higher than market expectations of a 2.3% increase. The gasoline index decreased 4.1% from a month ago and fell 15.3% on a monthly basis. The core CPI, excluding food and energy, rose 0.3% from a month ago and 3.3% from the previous year, slightly higher than expectations of a 3.2% increase. New York Fed President John Williams delivered remarks at Binghamton University on Thursday, quote, "The economy has been on a remarkable journey. In 2 years, the red-hot labor market has normalized, and inflation has come within striking distance of our 2% longer-run goal. Looking ahead, based on my current forecast for the economy, I expect it would be appropriate to continue the process of moving the stance of monetary policy to a more neutral setting over time. U.S. government sold $22 billion worth of 30-year bonds at 4.389%, 1.5 basis points lower than the yield at the bidding deadline, 4.404%. So you can see the solid demand for 30-year bonds. 10-year Treasury yield were up and down as the CPI numbers came in stronger than expected in September, while the number of Americans claiming unemployment benefits jumped unexpectedly last week. As New York Fed President John Williams signaled more rate cuts lie ahead, the yield went down, but it moved up again. After the solid 30-year bonds auction, the yield finally came down. For the U.S. stocks, S&P 500 fell 0.21%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 0.14%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq edged down 0.05%. Okay, this is the end of today's news. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend.